Surprise! We are going to do something just for fun today. It is an idea I had quite a while ago. I was like, I want to teach, but nobody has the materials, and how do I do this and how do I do that? So I just started playing around with stuff that I could find around my house. And one of the things I do like to do on my own is watercolors. So I thought, how could we do this? And you are not going to believe what I came up with. We're going to go there quickly today because it is so much fun. I know that you're going to want to jump in there. And there is a little time lapse with how you start out and where you get to. But I know you're going to have a blast. So hang on, here we go. So before you, I have a mixed bag of goodies. Toothbrushes, cotton swabs, empty cup. I have industrial hand wipes. I have paper toweling. And then I have the toilet paper. Corrugated cardboard. Anyone have a guess what we're going to be doing with all this great fine stuff? No? Well, I was thinking of doing art lessons and thinking, who has watercolor paper at home? Nobody. So I decided that I was going to take these ingredients and create watercolor paper so that you could make your own watercolors. Corrugated cardboard, different sizes, any size you choose. This is one result, and you can actually see the texture of the paper toweling, which I like. When you view this from far away, you don't see it. This one is my original with the toilet paper, and I just did an abstract design because I didn't know exactly how it was going to work. It was my time to have fun and experiment. And then this one, the toilet paper had swirls. And I thought, oh, that's kind of like the water under the sea. So I thought, let's do an underwater scene. Watercolor. Watercolor spreads and moves when you're using it anyway. So I thought we could create our own by using markers instead of paint. Because they're water-based, they move when they're liquefied. But let's start from the beginning. You'll need a small cup of any size. Small cup of any size. I meant small cup of your choice. Then we'll wait till the glue comes out. When you use the glue, you're going to use 3 parts glue to 1 part water. See, I'm throwing a little math in there for you. So that's how much glue I have. And I'm going to carefully put my water in. And this is the best tool to use. Your cotton swabs, you can tape them together. If you have a small piece of corrugated cardboard, 4 will work. If you're using a bigger one, you want these, and you're going to love it because it's going to be like a mop. It's just going to sop up that. So let's start. Let's just do a square piece. Oh, I used Kleenex. It didn't work. Kleenex is made so that liquid doesn't go through it. I was very disappointed. Instead of using the toilet paper, let's use the paper toweling. Let's see. Now, you're going to have to cut this to size. If it hangs off the edge, once it dries, this one is done. And once it dries, you can just trim that off. It's easier to look this way. Trim it off. All right, there. So I will be using this when I'm done with this. Actually, I shouldn't use that one because it is not, holy camole, look at this one. This is when you're really confident in using this, you'll be using that. So, mop your glue up. All right. There we go. Mop it up. And then slobber it on everywhere. Notice I have newspaper under me. If you don't have newspaper, find an old sheet, pillowcase. Ask the grown-ups around you who are in charge of such things if it's okay to use it. because it makes your cleanup a lot easier. All right, almost done. You want a good layer because you're not going to be putting any on the top. All right, so off to the side. Now I'll take my piece that I cut, and I'm going to gently, I think I'll put this down and see if I can not have so much. And then you're going to press it down. It's going to try to pop up on you, so you might have to. Now I have a little bit right there that I need. I'm going to just cut this here. All right, now this part of it is done. I would keep my eye on it for a little bit in case you need to give it a little push. It'll take a couple of hours to dry. So if you're like me, you would do like 4 or 5 or 6 of them at once and let them dry at once, because then you can do them one after the other. So I'll put this off to the side. This one is completely dry. You'll know it'll make the cardboard even harder, and that's the glue. Don't put glue on the top of this because it'll cause a film. So what I'm going to do is do just a quick design. Do my organic lines. And I've got them going in a direction so that once the watercolor goes on it, if you're not sure what color works with another color, you can actually go like this. Do these two look well together? I think so. But since they're both deep colors, what do you suggest? Should I go lighter next? I agree. And generally, if you use light colors, you should put them on first. All right, so I have those two. Notice I'm clicking them shut so they're good next time. Ooh, I think I'm gonna throw a little, I did pink last time, so let's do this. I'm not touching the other colors because that's what the magic's gonna be after I get these on. All right, I am throwing an orange in because my brain said get some orange. If you put too much color on and don't leave that negative space, once they blend together, they're going to turn brown. When you mix all of your primary colors together, you get brown. Secondary colors together, brown. Ready? Snap. Close those markers. This is the fun part. I'm going to do this one, and then I actually have two that I've done so that you can see exactly what a finished one looks like. This will be a landscape. And then, you know, I like my fish. And these hopefully will expand out and look like bubbles. I didn't want to put all blue in the back because then it would be just too concentrated, too full. So next step is water. Toothbrush. You ready for this? You can use a spray bottle, but that way it just all goes on at once and you don't have as much control over it. So get it nice and wet. And actually I'm going to stand up over it. You can see it start to move. It makes a nice little flicky noise too. Now, with watercolors and with our fake or faux watercolors, wait and see what the water does. See, even though I stopped putting water on it, it's still moving. So what I'll do is flick this on, put it off to the side, and let's try my landscape. Just wanted to give you an idea on how to put the markers on. I'm actually really anxious to see how this one's going to turn out. Now this one I used, you can tell, an old pizza box. Use what's around the house. You know, you won't believe what you can do. All right, so I'm going to start in the corner. Dip. You want to dip and shake, otherwise it's going to plop. Now this is toilet paper, so this is really going to get bubbly, which will give it even a better look. How fast can you flick water on, Miss Linda? I bet I can go really fast. But I like the colors I used in this. I like the purples and the purple reds with the browns. This area right here, I love, even without water on it. It really looks like it's a little part of a, you know, like a desert scene. All right, you can tell where you need water. All right, now I'm going to stop for a minute and let's see what happens. You'll see where it's really still, and I believe this is because some of the glue got through, so I'm going to go a little heavier with the water. Oh, my son needs a little. There you go. Now I'm going to put this off to the side and we'll kind of, maybe we can watch it together while I flick more water. This is why if you do 1 or 2 or 3 and let them dry together, you can just go on a water flicking party. All right, let's see. Oh, this is toilet paper also. I guess I'm fond of toilet paper. You'll see how the toilet paper will grab this. Actually, let's try something new. I'm going to just kind of glop some on these and see if they blend. Because that was my intent. That's what I wanted it to do. Yeah, too much water. See, Miss Linda learns new things every day too. Let's see about our fish. I love those clownfish. Ooh, the water down here is starting to look like water. Almost done, everyone. I know you're anxious to get at it. First, do your watercolor paper. And what do we not use? Kleenex. Got to give Kleenex credit. I didn't realize it until... There, now it's moving. All right, here's a good example. I was glopping water on that because I thought maybe it would make it move. It's nice because it is kind of getting transparent, which means you can see through it, but it's also too much water. So when they dry, it's going to look completely different than what you thought. All right, so this one, it's moving, but see how this seaweed almost looks like it's floating in the water? You get that look of 3-dimension. This one's starting to look pretty good. You can see how it's bumping up. Let it dry that way. It'll give your painting much more texture. So you need toilet paper, paper toweling, glue, water, cotton swabs, a toothbrush, a bucket of water, and you're on the road to having a really good time. Okay, come on, tell me. It was great, wasn't it? I know, I had a blast doing it. I thought at first, okay, toilet paper, really? And then when I did it and it worked, and it moved like a real watercolor, I was so excited. So, yeah, I'm always telling you to teach someone this. You know they're gonna look at you like, okay, we're gonna use toilet paper, we're gonna use paper towels, but this just shows you that anything and everything around your house can be utilized or used for artistic endeavors. You know, be creative. Go outside there, because Miss Linda always likes to find kooky things to do. So thanks for joining me for this just for fun. It was great.